The proposed development plan for MMR region is out, and the provisions that have been given in these development plan is fairly shocking. For a person who understands urban areas and the processes of urbanization, for me this has come as a rude shock. There are some provisions which really need to be reconsidered. For instance, the plantation zones that used to be there in the earlier development plan have been done away with and have been replaced with green zone. There's nothing wrong in having green zones, which is G1 and G2, but the definitions of those green zones have been changed. In fact, in G1, they say you can have industrial estate which could go up to 15-meter height. And not just that, the green zones could also have extreme polluting industries which produce hazardous chemicals and materials, which is permitted in green zone. Isn't it a paradox that a place where the zone ought to be completely serene, when you call it a green zone, is now being permitted for industrialization? Not just that, in the G2 zone, where there are a lot of hills and mountains, they have permitted indiscriminate mining, and mining in a green zone is generally not permitted, but here they have permitted mining. So what is likely to happen is that the builders will put dynamites and break these zones. Not just that, even in villages which are gauthans, where the roads within those villages are 5 meters wide, 6 meters wide, sometimes even narrower than that. In those villages, up to 24-meter height buildings have been permitted. FSI has been increased from 0.3 to 1. Well, the government's argument is that we have increased it in gauthans all over the state of Maharashtra, and this area is not exclusive. But here, in several of these villages, the people have been demanding that they do not want indiscriminate rise in FSI. Despite that, and despite the villages having passed resolutions to that effect, this urbanization seems to have been permitted. And going beyond that, the rainforest region of the Western Ghats, which fall within the MMRDA region, is sought to be destroyed. The Matheran plateau and the hills and the forests around Matheran, around the forest, on the base of the forest, they have tried to create a new zone called institutional zone, which is in a way institutionalizing the demolishing of the forests at the base of the hills. I do not think such a zone should have been permitted. They say that in any case there have been illegal construction, so we might as well give it an institutional lookup. A detailed study of what happens to the forest when these zones change ought to have been undertaken. I don't think any such detailed study has been taken. In short, with a view to permit development, what is sought to be done is to displace the original residents of this area. Vasai Virar, for instance, the population is likely to grow from 10 to 20, 20 to 40 lakh people, and all these people would be encroaching upon the vacant lands that are there, causing real pressure on the existing villages and infrastructure. There is no talk about how the infrastructure is to be coped up. In short, the entire development plan appears to be a recipe for disaster, not just for Vasai Virar, but in major portions of MMR region. MMRDA has been taken aback with the kind of reaction to this new development plan, because angers are high and people who have realized what they are up to have suddenly woken up, and there is tremendous amount of anger and resentment in different parts of MMR region. Realizing that, the MMRDA has gone on the back foot and they have started having some kind of defensive arguments. One of the arguments is simply that, we have not made any changes. we continue with the existing development plan. So the existing development plan continues and none of the villages will be affected. But indeed they are wrong. The villages will directly be affected because instances like, examples like bringing in the coastal road from Mumbai onto Vasai-Virar, it was never there in the development plan of Vasai-Virar. Bringing in an industrial hub in Vasai-Virar was never there in the development plan for Vasai-Virar. So new things are sought to be introduced, and when people oppose it, they go and say very clearly that no, we have not done any changes. So realizing that there is going to be major angst against the new development plan, the government has gone on the back foot and are trying to defend it by telling people that no, your village is not going to be affected. The issue is not which village is going to be affected. The issue is whether a green zone area can permit hazardous chemicals. Whether my village is affected or not is really not the issue. The issue is that the whole MMR region is going to be affected. If there is an incident like Bhopal gas tragedy, which happens in one of the industries here, everyone is going to be affected. So by saying that no, this doesn't affect your village, they're trying to create a dissent within the people and telling people, oh, you are not affected now, why do you want to agitate and things like that. But I feel that this is an issue which every person in the long run is going to be affected and have to oppose it at this stage.